video we will be demonstrating how to install a garden fence. We will show you how to install the fence post and fence panels using our premium quality timber slotted jack post, gravel board and Chilham fence panel, all of which are guaranteed for 25 years against rot and insect attack. We also have mighty metal garden fence posts available as an alternative to timber. If you need help only installing a fence post, search for our How to Install a Fence Post video. Or if you want to learn how to install just a fence panel, search for our How to Install a Fence Panel video. The tools and materials that are recommended to install a fence can be found at the end of this video. It is important to know where the fence will be installed. We have a number of blogs on the Jacksons website that give advice on the location, planning and how to clear the site. You will also need the correct amount of materials. Visit the Jacksons Fence Builder online to calculate the materials required. On sloping ground, it is usually easiest to start at the top of the slope and work down, stepping subsequent panels down to suit the changing ground level, and installing so the top of each new post is flush with the fence panel that goes before it. It's a good idea to mark out any gates, corners or ends of a fence run, and which post will go where, whether it's an intermediate, corner, end or 45-degree post. Lay out the fence posts at approximate spacings, remembering that panels go between the posts. So from centre to centre of our slotted jack posts, it will be approximately 1.88 metres. Another easy way to mark out holes is to use a gravel board as a guide to work out the post spacings. Before any hole is dug, we recommend investigating the location of underground services and checking the area with a cable avoidance tool. Watch out for signs of services, for example, coloured gravel, as excavation continues. When the location is known, the first hole can be dug. The easiest and quickest way to dig a hole is to use a post hole spade and a shove holer to remove the soil. This will help to keep the hole side straight. If flint, rocks or stones are present, then a digging bar can be of use. The most common depth for a fence post is 600mm minimum in the ground. However, this will be dependent on the height, the type of fence, as well as the ground conditions. After the hole has been dug to the correct depth, it is important to add a minimum of 50mm of ballast or gravel to the bottom of the hole for drainage. Please note that the depth will be determined by the height of the post out of the ground, the gravel board and the fence panel, plus any additional topper panels if they are being used. Place the fence post into the hole. Confirm that the height above the ground will be the correct height. Make sure the slots in the posts are facing straight down the fence line and the post sides are horizontal with the fence line. Using a spirit level, make sure that the post is vertically straight. At this point, it's a good idea to get someone else to hold the post, or it can be secured with pieces of timber to make sure it is held straight and doesn't move. The next step is to secure the post in place using concrete. A post fixing mix is the most common way to secure fence posts in the ground. Follow the instructions on the bag and fill to 50mm below the soil level. Continue to check the post is vertically straight using the spirit level again, while filling the hole with post fixing mix. Tamp down the mix at ground level and the mix should gently slope away from the post. This will help water run away from the post instead of sitting at the base. To do this, use a trowel to slope the concrete mix and wait for the post to set as per the instructions. To stop any unsightly marks on the post, make sure the post fixing mix has been gently washed off the post. To measure where you need to dig the next fence post hole, use a gravel board to gauge the correct space. Dig the post hole using a post hole spade and shove holer in the same way we showed you how to dig the first hole. Now the next post has been dug, the gravel board can be secured to the first post. Slide the gravel board into the slotted jack post. Make sure the gravel board is level and use spare timber or brick to prop either end up if needed to ensure it stays level. Make sure that the post above the gravel board has enough space to hold the panel. If the post is too high, then the hole will need to be deeper. Usually the top of the post is flush with the panel. Using a spirit level, ensure the gravel board is flat. Use a screwdriver to secure the gravel board in position by screwing through the post that has been installed and into the gravel board using Jackson's self-drilling stainless steel 60mm screws. 2 screws are recommended at each end of the gravel board. Slide in the panel and screw through the slotted jack post at the rail positions or into the frame to hold the panel in place. 6 screws are recommended per 1.83 metre panel, so that's 3 screws on each side of the panel. Position the second post in its hole, and make sure that the top of the panel is in the accurate position compared to the post, and that the panel and the post are slotting correctly with each other. Also at this stage, ensure the fence is level at the top. After this, hold the post upright and level while you screw the post to the panel. Use a spirit level to make sure the post is still straight. If necessary, support the post in the hole with blocks or bricks before using the post fix mix. If the post needs raising, then gravel can be added to the bottom of the hole until the desired height is reached. Repeat the previous steps until the fence run is complete. The last panel may require cutting to reduce the width to fit into the fence run. Please view our website for cut down kits and instructions. The gravel board will also need cutting and a spacer block re-adding. Remember to use Jack Cure timber treatment when any timber has been cut to comply with our 25-year Jack Cure guarantee terms. Our fences do not require fence caps or capping, but they add an additional decorative finish. To install post caps, make sure the cap is over the post and positioned centrally. Using the pre-drilled holes, gently nail through the cap and into the post. Make sure the 2 nails are angled to maximise strength of the fixing. To install a capping rail, again, nails can be dovetailed at an angle with 6 nails per capping rail, or alternatively screws can be used. Here is a diagram to show the nail or screw placement for our post caps and capping rail. Make sure the site is tidy, with no offcuts, nails or screws laying around that could cause injury, and make sure any offcuts are disposed of responsibly. As mentioned at the start of the video, here is a list of tools needed. A cable avoidance tool, a post hole spade, a shove holer, a tape measure, a spirit level, timber battens, a trowel, pegs and multi-purpose string length, a saw if a panel or gravel board needs to be cut, a screwdriver and a hammer. In this video we installed our Chillum fence panel with a Premier Square trellis topper using timber slotted jack posts, a gravel board and capping rail. Remember, a gravel board should be used when a panel is in contact with the ground to comply with our 25-year guarantee terms. And the list of materials used in this video are a 1.52 metre Chillum fence panel, a 0.3 metre Premier Square trellis, a timber gravel board, slotted jack posts, a capping rail, post fixing mix, Jack Cure cut treatment, and Jackson's self-drilling stainless steel screws. Enjoy your fence, and perhaps choose one of our Hedgehog gravel boards for your installation, so that it not only helps with the environment with a 25-year guarantee, but also it helps with wildlife. If you need professional help regarding installation, contact us regarding our nationwide approved installer scheme.